Patience by Thea Sirius. Channeling from Djwhal Khul. February 11, 2021. My dear ones, I am here to tell you to have patience with those around you, who you may feel are not learning and listening to what you have to say about these changing times on your earth today. Every human soul on earth is moving from the third dimension through the fourth dimension into the fifth, and above. Many can survive through the fourth dimension, but others may need your help. It is as if they are asleep, so to speak, and nothing that you can do or say to them about the current goings on will persuade them that anything is wrong. In my time as a Tibetan monk on the planet, we had to learn to master patience, and I myself had problems with this concept as a young man, and initiate in our order. Over time, and with much guidance, I was able to come to terms with my own impatience, and my dears, so can you with our help. This sojourn in the fourth dimension cannot last forever, and given time and much patience, those of you who have awoken from your sleep will begin to see those around you also awakening from their slumbers. Much is happening in the world behind the scenes. Gaia is herself moving up from the third dimension into the fifth dimension, and as a consciousness herself, she knows exactly who her friends are. She can see through the soul of every human being. There are some darker beings who are pretending to be caring about her planet, but she sees through them, and will not allow these darker beings on her soil, and when the time comes they will leave. Many are talking about climate change, and this is happening, but it is not happening the way that many doommongers like to talk about. You can see these changes happening, but dear ones, do not be concerned, for the changes that are happening are making the planet more habitable, not less. You are seeing many more earthquakes, volcanoes erupting, strong winds, and rains, and strange weather patterns. Not all of these are natural, and some have been caused by the darker elements. However, Gaia is using some of these changing weather patterns to her advantage, and in time much of her planet will become more ambient, and less volatile. There is much pollution on the planet, in the air, and on the ground, but Gaia is more than able to cope with this pollution with ways that have been hidden from the general population. She knows of ways to use the plastics that are polluting her soil and seas. She knows of sustainable energies which do not harm her and her people. She has many natural cures for the diseases which abound. Much of this information has been hidden from you in the past, but you will soon begin to see these hidden technologies coming to fore in the very near future. Darker entities have been on the planet for eons of your time, and have caused much of the disease that you know and hear about. They have kept you in their control, and in fear of these diseases. The unnatural cures that they have encouraged have kept people from their own soul destiny, but this will stop soon. In truth, your body and mind can create a disease from which the soul can learn, but once the soul has learned the lesson, the disease can and should disappear. However, many of your doctors do not understand this concept, and may have told you that certain conditions can never be healed. My dears, your bodies are changing from carbon-based to crystalline, and as such they will be able to heal anything. The current pandemic was started by the dark side, but has been turned to good use by Gaia, and this has woken up many souls to their own mission on the planet. Many of you understand much of what I am saying, and have been very patient in waiting for others to see the real truth of what is going on. You do not need to be under the control of others who do not have your best interests at heart anymore. You are a sovereign being in your own right, and you can manifest a new world of love, peace, and harmony with others in a communion of souls. As you all wake up to being in charge of your own destinies, your patience will be rewarded. Those who may have mocked you for your views in the past will be waking up soon, and will begin to see for themselves what has been happening on your planet for eons of your time. It is now time to learn new ways of being, and to forget much of what you have been told in the past. You are a sovereign soul, and as such you can create a new world of your own design. A new heaven on earth. We are here to help you all to come to terms with what has been happening over eons of your time. Much of the truth that has been happening will come to light soon, but much will have to be hidden from the general population as it has been very ugly indeed. Suffice to say that the truth is coming out now in small doses to wake people up. When you see the real truth of what has been happening on your planet for eons of your time, you may ask why God has allowed such disharmony and ugliness. God created life on Earth as an experiment, so to speak. Souls were allowed to come to Earth to experience everything, both good and bad, to learn and to grow. However, certain souls from the distant galaxies took over this experiment. It was known that these souls also needed to learn and grow. However, the divine will not allow a planet to be destroyed in their learning, and this was seen as a possible timeline, so it is time now for these souls to continue their own soul growth elsewhere. Although some of you may say otherwise, even these darker entities have a soul, and are a part of the one true God. Believe this, dear ones, and send them your love and light, for they so need it at this time. And so, dear ones, those of you who have been so patient in these dark times will soon be celebrating when others join you in manifesting this new world of your making. Have faith, trust, and believe, and your own patience will be rewarded. Call on us to help you traverse this time, but know in your hearts that good will always overcome the bad. I am your servant Djwhal, and I am here to help in any way that I can, so do call on me in your meditations and your dreams. Sending you all much love and many blessings. Khul. Channeled by Thea Grace Sirius.